Welcome to Scoutadelic, the YouTube channel just for you, and I'm Mike, and have we got an outdoors episode for you. We've got this.
Beep beep, I'm a sheep.
We've also got that. But first, I'm in Whitton, in a little bit near London, to find myself a co-host. So who is my co-host going to be this month?
Hello, my name is Josh. I'm a Second Whitton Assistant Scout Leader. I'm a trustee of the Scout Association, Nights Away Advisor, District Executive Member, and Assistant County Commissioner for Scouts. And this is my 60-second Scouter.
What do you think about night hikes?
I think they're a great way of practicing your navigation skills in maybe a scenario that's a little bit more challenging, not being able to see the path, etc. I think they're awesome.
Would you rather sleep in a tent or in a tarp?
I would definitely rather sleep in a tent. Tent for life.
What's the biggest thing you can juggle?
The biggest thing I can juggle is swords.
How many chocolate brownies can you eat in one session?
How many chocolate brownies can I eat in one session? How many chocolate brownies can you give me? I will eat all of them. Hundreds.
Describe scouting in 5 words.
Fun, friendship, adventure, creative, and family.
When you're on camp, what's your favourite snack? Sausages or s'mores?
Sausages. Sausages.
Do you change your socks when we're in camp? No, we do not.
Well, I don't know what this girl's doing here, but yes, I change my socks every day on camp. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh, who are these people?
So thank you to First Kirkby in Ashfield for your questions posed to this chap. So how are you?
Yeah, very well.
Good. You are possibly my first co-host that has actually contacted me via email.
Well, there you go.
So how does it feel?
Special.
So, as you know, because you're a huge fan, you're supposed to teach me a scouting skill.
I
so
am.
I'm assuming that I've got my backpack on for a reason. So what are you going to teach me?
Today, we and you guys are going to come along as well to do a little bit of geocaching.
Ooh, geocaching. Okay. Right. So what do we need for geocaching to start with?
You seem all set,
Oh, thank you.
dressed appropriately, and we did a little GPS, which I have one with us.
Okay. Oh, brilliant. What if you don't have GPS?
Well, there is an option to do it on a phone if you have a smartphone,
Right. Okay.
but you will need something that you can track where you're located.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, here's our journey. So, what got you into geocaching then?
I think my scout leader did it with me when I was about 10.
Really?
Yeah, and thought, yeah, this is really fun.
So, if a group wants to purchase one, where can they? How much are they looking at roughly?
It's about £30 or £40 at the moment if you go with the model that I've got.
Okay.
The more expensive you go, the more maps and things you can have on the screen. But with
Right.
this, it does exactly what you need.
Okay, and then obviously, if you can't afford it, most people have mobile phones that they can
do.
download the app. So,
It's a free app, geocaching.
how do you know where to go? What's the first things that we need to do
So-
before we actually start setting off?
Before we move on our trip, you
Yeah.
have to acquire satellites. So
Right. Okay.
GPS uses satellites to track exactly where you are,
Mhm.
and we need a few of those tracking us before we can work out where we're going to go.
Right. And then also, how do we know where these geocaches are?
So you go on geocaching.com, the website,
Yep.
and you sign up. It's free,
Mhm.
and then it allows you to take the different locations by north and west, so latitude and longitude, and you type them into here, and then you're good to go.
So we obviously did that last night, so
We did.
this is why we're randomly walking. So we think we found our first one, but it's around here somewhere.
And ooh, here somewhere. Time to start searching.
So when you're hunting for geocaches, you've got to look out for some people, because the idea is that it's a secret. Is that right?
That's correct.
So what do you call these people that are not geocaching?
So an official geocaching term for people who are generally just wandering around, they're called muggles, same as in the Harry Potter books.
Ah, okay. So when you find one, you've got to make sure that obviously you do it slyly, so no one knows. And we found our first one.
So here we have our first little geocache. Inside we've got our little book where we sign our names, so we found it. We can write Scoutadelic in here.
Okay.
And somebody has left some little sticky bookmarks as a trade, maybe.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we would take these.
Yep, and trade them for a Scoutadelic wristband.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah, okay. So what's with the trading and the books? So what is that all about then?
So every single cache has some sort of log, so you can sign say you found it.
Right, okay.
And you can also log that on the geocaching website.
Right.
And most caches, if they're a little bit bigger, also have some little tradable items.
Oh.
So somebody has left us something to trade. Well, I think it covers all ages.
Oh,
it
right.
just depends what kind of geocaching you're going to do. If it was beavers,
Yep.
you might do some geocaching within the context of your own sort of group haul. Like
Right.
maybe you've got a bit of space outside, you could do something with that.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Then cubs could maybe do proper geocaching, but with a leader walking around with them.
Yeah.
Maybe scouts could do it on their own as a hike, or you could take it with you every time you go walking. So
Wow.
there's lots of different types of cache. We just found this one. Look how small that is. Difficult find, but of course Mike found it. He always does. Inside, tiny little slip of paper, and that's for signing your sheet to say that you found it.
So what happens if you get to a place and it isn't there?
Unfortunately, sometimes geocaches get found by these muggles, and then they destroy them. So if you can't find it and you've spent more than, say, 5 minutes, maybe move on to the next one.
Okay. So with each geocache you get a clue, and our clue was read between the lines. So there's many things that you could take from that. One thing you can't take from it is brick lines, and that it's actually edged in a hole in the brick. So our last one to sign. So if you obviously do some geocaching, we want to see it. So don't obviously spoil it for anyone by saying, oh, by the way, it's beyond there or whatever. But hope you have a bit of fun. And it's also a scout badge, so you might as well give it a go. So Jags' word of the month last month was
Transport.
and we got some fantastic photos from you guys. So here are the 5 that Josh here thought were amazing.
Photo number 1 is Mark topless in the mid-90s, a week-long canal barge around Birmingham.
Wow. Photo number 2 then is Shaw paddling down the Delaware River. Wow, that is impressive.
Number 3 is Brodie McNamara coming back from a young leaders training course, I presume, in Orkney on a ferry.
Wow. This is Nina Sparks, number 4, with Jags on a plane. It's better than snakes on a plane, I'm guessing.
Number 5 is Jordan Phillips leaving Nottingham to a summer camp in 1984.
Wow. So those were some amazing photos, and this month we need a new word. So Jags, take it away.
Hiking, and that's because you get to experience some amazing places.
So, Jags' word of the month this month was
Hiking!
sweet. We want to see all of your awesome photos. The best way to send them to us is on Twitter, on Facebook, or at Scoutadelic. Oh, the easiest way to send them to us is either on Twitter, on Facebook, or at scoutadelic.com.
And we'll see them next month.
This is our monthly segment where we have a night in the life of. This is where somebody submits a video of a normal night in which they do their scouting. Here's a little groups video for you guys to watch.
Here we are, we're at Wolvie, 5 Lakes in Wolvie. Scouts are just setting their tents up, and we're just starting to get the tables out. There's all our kit. Got the marquee, but we forgot all the connectors. So we've got a smaller one that we brought with us for food. So one of the leaders just popped back to the scout hut. It's only a couple of miles, so they've gone to pick that up. All the kids have got their tents up. And we just get the marquee up, now time to fill it and put the sides on. Got a quick water fight happening.
Roadkill.
Roadkill.
Yeah.
So you can see here, first Hearts and Scouts are doing kayaking.
Beth, you're right. Just take your time. You need to get the paddles to work. That's it. Now turn the other one. Turn it. Okay. To get your stage 2.
Scouts are just prepping their meal for tonight. We've got them cutting tomatoes and chopping up onions.
You get dinner.
So tonight we are having chili con carne with rice, or mild chicken curry with rice.
Right, sorry, do you want to put that in then?
We're here now fishing at 5 Lakes. And how many fish have you guys caught? You caught 2 fish.
A little tiny baby one and a massive one.
Ah, cool. So we've got Will over here fishing. Have you caught anything yet, Will?
No.
Will hasn't caught anything. These ones are fishing as well.
You know, once one goes, it's like a stampede. We all need the toilet, really. All need the toilet.
Breakfast here at camp. We've got sausage, bacon, egg and cereal. Van's loaded up. Just got one activity left. Paintball shooting.
Wogglebox, that's our monthly segment where the box travels round the world asking one very simple question.
My favourite campfire song is... And here they are.
And here they are.
There we go.
And here they are.
Our favourite song is Yellow Submarine. We all live in Yellow Submarine. We didn't like the colour, so we painted it green. Green didn't suit us, so we painted it red. Red wasn't waterproof, so now we're all dead.
And my favourite campfire song is Alice the Camel.
My favourite campfire song is Charlie and a Pigeon.
And my favourite campfire song is a boom.
George.
My favourite camp song is the Bumblebee song. My favourite campfire song is Cecil.
And my favourite song is the Penguin Song.
Our favourite song is Coca-Cola.
Favourite song is Teapot because it's easy to learn.
My favourite campfire song is Are You Ever Going to Heaven?
My favourite campfire song is PPAP.
And my favourite song was Ricky Tiffy Tamba. And my favourite campfire song is King Dancer.
My favourite camp song is Beep Beep, I'm a Sheep.
My favourite campfire song is I Found a Peanut.
My favourite song.
So you guys have got some amazing stories out there and we'd like to listen to them and share them with the rest of the world. So this month my story is about...
It's about Jamboree on the Trail.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's by David Weeb from Canada.
And here we are.
Hi there, welcome to beautiful Blue Springs Scout Reserve in the heart of Ontario. My name is David Weeb. I guess I'm the guy who started Jamboree on the Trail quite by accident. I've been involved in scouting since I was a cub, on and off. So I went through Cubs, I went through Scouts and earned the Chief Scout Award. I went through Ventures and earned the Queen's Venture Award. Scouting is sort of a family tradition for us and I'm still involved. And then I do Jamboree on the Trail on the side. So 20 years ago, back before Facebook, I was on an email listserv. I worked for a university, and after taking my troop on a hike, I suggested to the group that we should do a hike everywhere everyone across the country should do a hike at the same time. The Trans-Canada Trail was just starting in Canada, and so my suggestion was we all hike along the Trans-Canada Trail, and we get a badge, and everybody would participate across the country, and we sort of named it Jamboree on the Trail. In February of that year, I fell and broke my leg in 3 places. And I was a little down on myself. I thought things weren't going my way until all of the registrations started coming in. So if I'd been full-time at work, I never would have been able to handle all the registrations and badge distributions that came in. Because the first one actually happened in April. It didn't happen the second Saturday in May. Our first one was in April. It's actually around our anniversary. My wife is still mad at me about that. And it was still too cold in a lot of places. But all of the registrations coming in really made me feel good. There was a group of scouts in St. Catharines who were confined to wheelchairs who got to participate in a jamboree for the first time ever. The first one went really well, but we adjusted the date for the second one to the second week in May, just to hope for better weather. And then people from the US and from the UK and Poland and Australia and New Zealand wanted to participate and migrated into a world event. Most greatly with the help of Kevin from the UK. Les has taken over from him now, but Kevin was the one who got things moving in the UK, and Geocache got things moving in the States, and we had people from South America. You know, I've had some great people who volunteered, but I just suggested this as an offhand remark, and I was trying to get buy-in from people in Scouts Canada, and I got more buy-in from people from around the world, and so we decided to run it ourselves. The internet was just a fledgling thing 20 years ago. The internet was basically invented in '93, and we were talking '97 and '98. Not everybody had the internet, and yet scouting people seem to embrace it because word of mouth and a little bit of advertising, and we got all kinds of participation. And I have been invited to more places in Europe and the UK to visit groups than I could count, and I wish that I could come and see them all, but nothing thrills me more now to see the Instagrams and the Facebooks and the Twitter stuff that comes in, and I get to see some of the fun stuff that these groups around the world are participating in, and I don't think I had a hand in it, but I like to think I had a finger in it. Mark Merriweather, our crest designer, and I have a plan for the next 5 years, so we plan to keep going, and hopefully you'll all get to participate, and you'll all get to collect the next 5 years badges, and thank you for participating.
So, Auggie, my mascot, has been missing for the whole of this year, and last month he was in
New York.
New York. So, if you got that right, your name is whizzing along the screen as we speak. But this month we have received a new postcard which reads,
Last trip in the States, not too far. Ooh. Came for the independence. Went for a ride around the city. Even went on a posh horse trip.
Ooh.
I'm sure this was vampire country, but turns out more bears, this time teaching me a lesson.
Okay.
Even met a ruffled bird. Maybe it was annoyed. Took a ride in a hot air balloon and finished finding north. Missing home. See you soon, Auggie.
Oh, well, if you think you know where Auggie is this month, then go on our website and fill in your details, and who knows, you may be getting a postcard from Auggie himself. So it's part of the show where we play a game of Scouterness. The rules are very simple. We get 3 categories, and we have to go backwards and forwards until either we repeat, we spend longer than 5 seconds, or we just don't say actually something for that category. So for example, if it was pie, mine would be apple, yours would be
cherry.
And backwards and forwards until one of us obviously made a mistake or said tomato pie, for example. So, you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
He wrote me an email to say that he wanted to be a co-host, and he said that he was going to beat me. Let's see how well he does. Ow! We have asked someone from your group, which is Second Witten.
That's correct.
To give us 3 categories. They have done so in this amazing envelope with obviously a little mister on the back, so that this is it. Okay? Because I have won the last one, it means that you do get to go first on this category. So
lovely.
If you want to select one of them. Alright, okay, we're going with that one.
Do you want me to read it?
You need to read it. What have we got? What have we got? We have got
Symbols that appear on a map.
symbols that appear on a map. Okay, so you get to go first. So whenever you're ready.
Scale.
A church with a spire.
A public house.
A church with a tower.
A telephone box.
Telephone box. We would have. Okay. Yes. Great. Ooh, greenery like forest.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Open land.
Open lands. Okay. A parking car park. A big giant P.
A library.
Oh!
1-0.
No, 1-0. So here we go then. So. Knots.
Excellent.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
I'll go first. Reef knot.
A figure of 8.
A sheep shank.
Sheet bend.
Ooh, okay. A highwayman's hitch.
A bowline.
Oh, I always call that a bowline.
Bowline. Depends
Okay.
where you're from.
That's fine. A clove hitch.
A constrictor.
Never heard of that one.
Look it up. Look
Okay.
it up.
Look
It's
it
better
up.
than a clove hitch.
Okay. A figure of 8 knot.
The viewers at home will know.
Okay, well.
A figure of 8.
Oh, well, okay. It is then. So, last one.
Last one. Activities you can do on a campsite.
Activities you can do on a campsite. Take it away.
Nightline.
Archery.
Climbing.
Bouldering.
Abseiling.
Rifle shooting.
Caving.
Axe throwing.
Treetop challenge.
Okay. Ooh, map reading, as in, you know, trying to get to random points.
Orienteering.
Yeah, orienteering, map reading.
Zip line.
Zip line. Okay. 4x4.
Yeah. So go-karts.
Pedal carts.
Leap of faith.
Zorbing.
Zorbing is good.
Right.
In what sense? Zorbing as in bouncing, or
As
I'll
in
have
as in
zorb
a
football
ball.
then.
Okay. Football itself. An activity.
Yeah. Frisbee golf.
Tennis.
Tag rugby.
Okay. Let's see where we're going now. Bounders.
Cricket.
Okay. Night games.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wide games in general.
Yeah, okay. We've now filtered quite a lot out there. Trying to think. I think that you might have.
Victory.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Did it for the co-hosts. Yes.
So it seems that my co-hosts have leveled up. It is now 4-4. Can I beat my next co-host? I'm after you. And I've got grass in my... So that's the end of our show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up and be creative. Be part of our next show.
You could be a co-host, just like me.
And by participating, you can get yourself either a 1, a 6,
Or a 12.
show participation badge. But above all, be a little Scoutadelic. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Participating, you can get yourself either a 1.